like you know what I'm about, baby.
What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sakira, aka your favorite cosmic fairy. But if you're not new, you already knew that. Welcome to the party, you guys. It's a pick a card for the full moon in Sagittarius. We're getting into it. So, you guys, full moons in astrology, what do they represent? They represent or symbolize cycles and times of great purging, great releasing, right? Like full moons are the times where if you want to do rituals to like get rid of stuff, right? To release what no longer serves you. That's a really good time where the energy will really support what you got going on, right? So this pick a card, you guys, is definitely going to help us get clear on what changes are coming into our lives as a result of this full moon in Sagittarius. And also, you know, what are we releasing? What are we surrendering? What are we getting rid of, purging, all of that good stuff. So if you are ready, I got the Florida water on the throat chakra, so I think we're ready. Let's go ahead. I'm going to give you guys the close-up as per usual. Let's get into the close-up, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with group number one. Let's do it. All right, you guys, welcome to the group selection, the POW selection. Seeing as this is the full moon in Sagittarius reading, and full moons are about purging and releasing what no longer serves us, I want to help purge some of the energy and clear some of that energy up with the sound bowl. So allow me to hit this real quick before you guys get into choosing. As you are listening to the sound bowl as well, feel free to take some deep breaths, right? To do a short meditation if you feel called to, or to just allow the sound to just like, you know, resonate with your frequency, however that vibes for you. Beautiful. Okay, you guys, so we hit that. Now let's get into the group selection. So groups 1, 2, and 3, we have your stones, we have your POWs, everything is laid out. We got the works. Group 1, you guys are going to be the amethyst crystal. Group number 2, you guys are going to be the rose quartz. And group number 3, you guys are going to be the blue quartz. Oh, we got 2 quartz. I didn't even realize I pulled out 2 quartz. I didn't do that intentionally, but you know, we're vibing. So you guys, if you need to pause this to connect with spirit, to connect with this reading deeper, to, you know, ground yourself, set intentions, take some deep breaths, whatever this is that you feel called to do, feel free to do that now. If not, we're going to go ahead and get started with group number 1. Groups 2 and 3, I will see you at your designated timestamps. And that's it. Let's get started. All right, group number 1, if you chose the amethyst crystal, let me give you a little close up. Then this is going to be your reading. Let's see what changes are coming into your life with this full moon in Sag, and also what you are releasing with this full moon energy. So first card out is the Miser, card number 4. Okay, with existence. Ooh, this is powerful. And stress. Okay, so it really is giving that you guys are releasing anything that keeps you from living in your most authentic existence possible. Right now, what I mean by this is the Miser is somebody who holds on to things, and I want to say holds on to things unnecessarily, right? The Miser, when you think about the energy of somebody who is a miser, when you use that word to describe somebody, right? It's usually somebody who's like hoarding things, and they usually have like a lack mentality, right? So this feels energetic. It feels like some of you guys may have been hoarding like things that just contribute to your stress. You may have been holding on to limiting beliefs. You may have been holding on to certain situations. You may have been holding on to a job, a relationship, a friendship, right? But I do feel like some of you guys are letting go of that energy. This full moon in Sagittarius is helping you to let go of that energy so you can embrace this freedom that you have when you just allow yourself to be and when you just allow yourself to exist, group number 1, right? This existence card is so powerful because, first of all, it's number 1. So it's really focused on your power to create, your power to manifest, your power to focus all of your energy, all of your being into something. And I feel like some of you guys, you know, what you were focused on was, you know, creating a lot of stress in your life. And again, it could have been like, you know, a lot of lack, a lot of limiting beliefs. Some of you guys were giving energy to situations that just didn't deserve your time or your attention. However, I do feel like you are choosing you, right? The number of self, number one. Some of you guys, now you're focusing back on being who you are. I do feel like some of you guys also are giving up things that have stunted your spiritual growth or have kept you from being in alignment with the truth of who you are. But like not just who you are as like your human self on a surface level. I mean like your essence. Like it feels really deep. It feels really really specific as well. Like it doesn't feel like, oh, you know, well, I just gave up you know, a bad habit. No, this feels like there's been some things that you know you've been holding on to that finally you're ready to just let yourself be. And in letting yourself be, some of these things are just kind of falling away from you, right? Like you got spirit here ready to burst that bubble. If you look, it's like all the things that have been adding to your stress. Spirit's like, can I pop it now? Can I burst it now? Are we ready? Group number one, are you ready, right? So let's see. What else are you guys releasing? What else is changing? I'm going to move this down here. So we have Capricorn I use with Mars force. Ooh. Some of you guys, this is giving me vibes of like making use of your resources a bit more intentionally, right? And also how you use your energy, right? Because Mars is the planet of energy. It's the planet of like, you know, what fuels you into action, right? It is the planet also of action as well. And so some of you guys, you know, you're being more mindful of how you use your energy, how you use your existence to co-create with God, source, universe, and to use your energy again a little bit more intentionally. Right now, funny enough, we have this I use with existence, right? And then we have Mars force. And if you look at the colors, let me show you guys together. We have like some similarities with the color patterning here. So I'm definitely seeing like synchronicities and alignment for you guys. Like some of you guys too, like some things you were forcing in your life, you're no longer doing that, right? Because anything that you have to force will create a sense of stress, because that means it's not happening naturally. It's not happening organically, right? I do feel like some of you guys are using like even your natural gifts and your natural abilities to just create a more easier life for yourself. And this is what this full moon in Sagittarius is helping you to do. Sag is big picture energy. It's forward thinking energy, right? Not in the sense of like Aquarius where you're being innovative. It's more or less like big picture, like you're seeing things from a bird's eye view versus from that 3D perspective. And some of you guys are beginning to tap into like your existence from like a greater perspective, right? Understanding who you are, again, maybe from like a spiritual perspective versus like a human perspective, that 3D earthly perspective. And it feels like you're using your power, spiritually speaking, more intentionally. Okay, let's talk about it. So let's get your tarot cards out. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Cups, okay. The Three of Swords in reverse. The Six of Wands in reverse. Strength in reverse with the Seven of Cups in reverse. A lot of reversals for you guys. You guys literally only got one card right side up, and that is the Five of Cups. Now, I'm going to start here. This tells me that you guys, what you're releasing also, it's like anything that you've been grieving, any sadness, anything that you've been feeling like disappointed about, because we have the Three of, not Pentacles, the Three of Swords in reverse right next to it. It's like anything that you've been holding on to, especially if it's been stopping you from like, you know, embracing new opportunities and making certain moves, that's no longer going to be a factor. This Page of Pentacles in reverse, it symbolizes that you guys have been at a standstill for quite some time. It could have been resistance to, you know, doing certain things in a new way, right? Because it's, I'm looking at this with this miser energy, and it almost feels like this willingness to say no, I'm gonna say, to like change or to doing something new, to embracing new opportunities or embracing a new way of being, a new way of existing, a new way of even doing things, or a new way of thinking, right? That energy of you staying in that energy, you staying in that miser energy of wanting to hold on to these things that felt like they were stopping you from just embracing who it is that you are. it caused you to feel a lot of that heaviness of your emotion, and that's what's being released, right? Because whereas you weren't successful in maybe your endeavors, maybe you didn't feel like you were getting, you know, what it is that you wanted out of life, that's about to change for you guys. Where you felt like you didn't have the strength to maybe push forward, or the strength to really, you know, go after what it was that you wanted to do. Some of you guys, you knew what it was that you wanted to release. You knew what it was that was adding stress to your life, and you just didn't feel strong enough to make that call or to make that decision. I feel like this is what's changing. Because now you're getting the clarity. 7 of Cups in reverse. There are no more illusions. The fog is beginning to lift. And some of you guys, you're getting a new understanding or overstanding of how many possibilities are actually out there, right? How many doors that can open for you that you can say yes to. All right, period. Group 1. Let's see what else we got for you guys. I'm pulling out extra cards. Okay. Nothing will come of this situation. Yeah, so the way that the things that you were holding on to, if I can get the card, this wasn't going to bring you anything. This wasn't going to give to you or yield to you the life that you want, the sense of purpose that you wanted for yourself, the sense of existence that you wanted for yourself. It wasn't going to bring that to you, right? Some of you guys, you had to make some adjustments. You had to make some changes. We have faith in your dreams. So again, if there was something that you guys have wanted to do, but you weren't willing to give up the blockages, right? The things that you knew were creating resistance in your life, were adding stress to your life, right? The dreams that you had that you weren't then able to act on, and that you weren't, you know, achieving a lot of success with, the universe wants you to know that now is the time to have faith in your dreams, because what this full moon in Sagittarius is going to do for you guys, group number 1, it's going to have you step into this energy where again you are using your existence, you are using every fiber of your being to be in alignment with what truly serves you, and therefore you will be actually a magnet, or let's say you'll be attracting everything that you've ever wanted for yourself. And it's coming because with this full moon in Sagittarius, you're doing, or you have done the necessary work to get rid of those things that you were forcing, those stressors, right? Those relationships, those jobs that just didn't serve you, right? Those ways of thinking, those ways of doing things that weren't in alignment with your dreams and with your goals. Then we have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So it definitely feels like this full moon is helping you guys to get more in tune with your spiritual side. And that's what I was saying. It's like you could have, you know, connected to like your existence, but on like a cosmic level. Like your existence is not just, oh, I'm a human being, I'm group number 1, right? Your existence fundamentally is literally the same thing that stars are made of. You are made in the image of source itself, right? And so some of you guys, you're really tapping into this powerful knowledge and this powerful energy, and you're using that, meditating on that, and allowing that energy to like integrate into who you are, right? I do feel like there's a big shift happening for group number 1, like with who you are on the inside, with your sense of self, with your sense of like existence, and redefining even how you exist, right? So you guys, we got 2 decks left. I'm gonna pull a surrender card, and then we're gonna see what blessings are coming into your life as a result of this full moon in Sagittarius. Surrender to the wisdom of your body, listening to that body, right? Some of you guys, it's just giving vibes of being really in tune with self. And the self also includes your human physical shell, your body, right? So I'm going to read this to you. It says, listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So again, some of you guys, your body has been talking to you about certain people, certain situations in your life that, again, maybe these things were just being forced, right? Like maybe, again, you didn't want to let it go. You wanted to hold on to things because of maybe fear, maybe whatever your reasons were, right? Like people have different reasons for why they want to keep certain things or certain people, certain scenarios, certain experiences, you know, ongoing. But I definitely feel like you guys, your body has been talking to you, and what you're surrendering to is the wisdom, right? This is what you're finally getting into. It's like, okay, like my body's sending me messages when I'm around this person, when I'm in this scenario, when I go to that environment, my body communicates certain things to me. And I feel like you guys are learning to honor the self, right? That number 1, to honor who you are, to honor your existence. Because again, how you use your energy determines what you will get back. What you put out is what you get back. And some of you guys, your body's been trying to tell you, like, listen, this isn't what you want to be putting out, because it's not what you want to be getting back, you know? And some of you guys weren't listening before, but I definitely feel like this full moon energy is allowing you guys to shift so that you can begin to listen now. Okay. So the blessings that are coming for you guys, a blessing of fire. So this could definitely be a blessing on your creativity, but fire is really the element of spirit. It's the element of ether. And so some of you guys are having a blessing on your connection to spirit, on your connection to your higher self, right? And therefore, you know, maybe also a blessing on your creativity as well. But you guys got a blessing on of fire, card number 3. 3 to me, when I think about the number 3, it also gives me vibes of like creating a new reality, right? Creating something or giving birth to something new. And so some of you guys, again, like if you are into creativity, if this is something you're passionate about and something that you're looking, you know, to pursue, I do feel like you're gonna have this ability to do it from a different standpoint now, because again, the factors that were in your life before that were adding to your inability to really step into your power and step onto your path the way that you were meant to, at least, those are about to be gone. Those are what is being, or that is what's being purged and released from you at this time. So in addition to being connected deeper to spirit, you're also getting a blessing, I feel, is twofold on your creativity. A blessing for those who are nearing their final breath. Card number 4 and 3. So I definitely feel like if you guys are dealing with anybody who is like, because this is the card of grieving, mourning, of loss, of sadness. So if you guys are dealing with anybody who is like, you know, God forbid, like passing away or like anything like that, my condolences. You are having a blessing on that scenario. But this to me feels like something nearing its final breath. That means something's coming to an end, right? And sometimes we grieve situations and scenarios and relationships that come to an end because, you know, we were attached to them, or we really liked them, we really cared about them, or we were just really comfortable, right? And to step outside your comfort zone, sometimes that discomfort that arises in us, we have to grieve it out. We got to let the feelings flow. And so whatever your scenario is, whether this is a person nearing their final breath, hopefully not, right? Or this is a situation, a relationship, a job, some experience nearing its final ending, right? You are protected in knowing that you have a blessing surrounding this, right? When one door closes, another one opens. And then you have a blessing on a homecoming. So let me tell you what I'm seeing, you guys. If you hear Lola in the background, she needs a nap at this point. But I feel like some of you guys are coming home to yourself, right? Like a homecoming is not just, oh, you're going to your physical house, right? Some of you guys, you could be moving back home or like relocating closer to like where you grew up, something like that. But I definitely feel like some of you guys were so separate and segregated from your higher self that you're now going home to the entirety of your existence. Like, again, going back home to source is what it feels like. Ooh, the source within. Let me be clear on that, right? Going back home to the source within you, and creating a new foundation, not only just physically, but spiritually as well, with this card being 44, right? Some of you guys are putting an end to certain cycles in your life and reestablishing some new ones as well, because 44, when you add it together, is the number 8. 8 represents patterns. If you turn the 8 sideways, you got that infinity symbol, right? And so some of you guys, this is a pattern that you are breaking and creating some type of new one for yourself, where you are coming home to more of your existence and tapping in more with your spiritual essence and with your higher self. Oh my gosh, group number 1, this went crazy. So this is what I have for you guys. You already know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the comment button, the subscribe, the share, the likes. I said likes already, but like it again if you can. All of the things, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for vibing. If you're heading over to group number 2 or 3, I'll see you there. But if you're stopping here, I want to express how grateful I am for you guys watching, tuning in, wishing you a beautiful full moon in Sagittarius transition as you guys are stepping more into who you are meant to be. And that's about it. Love you guys. And until the next time we speak and connect, peace out. All right, group number 2, if you chose the rose quartz crystal, then this is going to be your full moon in Sagittarius reading. What changes are coming in for you guys? what you guys are releasing, purging from your energy. Let's get it in. We got participation, card number 4. Okay. We got traveling, card number 8. All right. And then we got playfulness. Ooh, and it's just a symbol. There's no number for this one. So group number 2. It definitely feels like what's changing for you guys is your connection to other people. It definitely feels like you guys have a more lighthearted, this is giving me big Sag vibes, right? Sagittarius can be very playful, very lighthearted, very like enthusiastic, very adventurous. And I feel like some of you guys now are stepping into an energy where you are open to collaboration. Some of you guys are open to travel, going different places, experiencing different things, but it just feels like being more free-spirited and being more open to new experiences, new people, new connections, new collaborations. It feels like that's what's going to be different for you guys. Like this full moon in Sagittarius has helped you guys maybe to tap into that side of you where you're now becoming more of an adventurous person or an explorer. Now, even if you're not, let's say, traveling the world, right? Let's say maybe you're traveling your neighborhood or like your city and you're going to different places, you're meeting different people. But I just see you guys now being in this more open kind of energy. I heard open and responsive. So some of you guys, maybe before you had people who were like wanting to connect with you, wanting to maybe work with you, do certain things with you, projects, maybe even just this is like hanging out, right? Like it doesn't have to be anything serious, again, with that playful energy. But I definitely feel like you guys are more responsive, more open to doing things differently than you have before. And it just feels like, sorry you guys, it just feels like I got an eyelash in my eye. But it feels like for you guys, like there is this sense of being open to adventure, being open to doing new things, going new places, meeting new people. Whereas before, maybe that wasn't your vibe, that wasn't something you were like comfortable with or open to for whatever your reasons are. So let's see. Are all my cards upside down? I think they are, you guys. We have Void of Course Moon missing. And then we have Grand Trine Blessings. So this is automatically giving me vibes of like, before you were not open to something and there was something lacking in your life. There was something missing. Now, because you are changing your energy, because you are more open, you're more available, I want to say, to what the universe has for you, you're going to start to receive a lot more blessings, a lot more abundance pouring into your life. And it definitely feels like it could be at the hands of, you know, other people. Being open to people and realizing how they can play a role in your life, how they can add to you, right? How maybe what you were missing in the past, group number 2, was connection. And now you're finding that as you are, you know, being more open to doing things differently, going to new places, meeting new people, or just connecting in new ways, right? Okay. Let me see you guys. All right, for your tarot cards. Everything is upside down, you guys. So I'm going to flip it right side up. Okay, we got the 3 of Wands. The Magician. Ooh. The 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The 2 of Cups. Okay. And the Ace of Cups. Okay. I cannot. With this 2 of Cups and Ace of Cups, it's giving me vibes of like there's a 3 of Cups at play in the background somewhere. So again, connecting with like-minded individuals, going out, hanging out, making time for friends, making time for celebrations. I feel like you guys, like, this is really, really good energy. It feels like what you're releasing is like this energy of being stuck in maybe being too serious, taking life too serious, not having enough fun, not making enough time for play. Some of you guys, maybe you were focused on work before and like that was your main focus, but now I feel like you're more open to partnership. You're more open to well, first of all, you're more open in your heart space, but you're more open to, like, again, collaboration, coming together, you know, going the distance. The Magician can also talk about traveling, right? And so I feel like some of you guys, remember I was saying it's like you may not be traveling the world, but you could be like traveling like your neighborhood or traveling like your city, right? The Magician is ruled by Mercury, which governs short distance trips. Some of you guys, again, like you're taking little drives, places, you're going places. I'm telling you, I feel like you guys with this new, with this full moon in Sagittarius energy, What's changing for you is your optimism and your openness, right? Some of you guys with the Three of Wands, you are more open to receiving. And that's what I'm saying. It's like now, not only are you going to be reaping the benefits and rewards from your own efforts and from your own energy, but in connecting with other people, you're going to start to see how, you know, they can add to your lives and the value that can come towards you just from connecting with other people. Some of you guys are going to be seeing that you have the resources to really create what it is that you want, and where you were confused before, or where you you felt like you were in a losing situation, or where you just felt like you didn't have the upper hand on life. That's shifting because now you're finding stability. Now you're finding out, the ways in which you need to nurture not only yourself, but what it is that you are working towards or creating. Some of you guys, again, this is like business partnerships that you're coming in alignment with, or again, just people who make you feel nurtured. They make you feel stable and comfortable. They make you feel like, it's okay to go out. Let's go, let's go grab dinner. Let's go out. Some of you guys are being treated like a queen, because you're finally opening to allow, this playful energy, this lighthearted energy, this openness. I just keep getting openness for group number 2. And some of you guys, what this full moon is allowing you to do is to come into not only alignment with other people, but to find, balance within yourself. It starts within the self, and therefore other people get that benefit from you as well. It's like because you became more open in your heart space, now more people are allowed to interact with you. They have that ability now because you are open enough to allow this possibility to exist, let's say, right? But let's see what we got going on for you guys, group number 2. Balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So some of you guys, this could have been what you started to do. You started to get in alignment with not just being practical, not just the physicality of life and of things and taking things too seriously, but in this balancing spirituality with that energy, you've become more open, you've become more playful, more lighthearted, because spiritual energy is very light. It's very open, it's very happy, blissful, joyful. And some of you guys, you've learned to incorporate that, to integrate that into your life, right? Into your everyday, into your mindset, into your being. The energy is gaining momentum. So whatever you're doing, group number 2, whatever changes are coming online for you, this is only the beginning. Things are going to pick up for you. And that's why it's like grand triumph blessings. You have blessings on blessings on blessings. No Big Sean coming through, right? I'm hearing it's gonna be never ending. So some of you guys, it's like if you're starting to see good things happen in your life as a result of you just being more open, you ain't seen nothing yet is what I'm hearing. Like you're gonna see so many things happen for you, so many things unfold for you, like the clarity that's coming through, the collaboration that's coming through, the partnerships that's coming through, the socialization that's coming through, the good times, right? The happy energies that are coming through. Like it's building, it's gaining, things are happening. Your hard work is paying off, which is new moon in Capricorn. So some of you guys, you've been working hard to just be more open, to just be, somebody who can do the releasing. Also, a sidebar is if you've been working on a project, on a business, or working really hard to achieve something at work, or, whatever this is that you've been putting a lot of focus into as far as material wise, like the physical 3D, not the spiritual aspect of it. We're going to talk about that next, but physical wise or physically speaking, it does feel like something, like the energy is gaining momentum for that as well. Something's getting ready to pick up, and you're going to see the efforts of your hard work and of your labor and of all your energy. It's going to start to pay off. But also, for those of you who are doing the spiritual work, to just release all of the things that have been keeping you from feeling this open to, keeping you from feeling this playful, this energetic, this lighthearted. You're going to start to see how doing the work to get out of that energy is going to also pay off for you as well. Blessings on blessings on blessings. I'm telling you guys, group number 2. We're going to get through 2 more decks. So I have a surrender card. This is just what you are, surrendering, releasing as a result of this full moon energy, what's leaving your life. And then we're going to get into blessings. So you guys got surrendering fear. Ooh, group number 2. So if before, you were really serious about life because there was like this fear, there was this, if I don't do this, then I don't know what's going to happen. Some of you guys, again, we got 2 Capricorn energies here. And if you know anything about the sign of Capricorn, you know that Capricorns are so serious, especially when it comes to, they do have a playful side. But when it comes to their business, their work, their money, they are super serious. Like there is no room for error. we're getting to this work, we're working hard, we're going to get it done. And some of you guys may have lost sight of your ability to tap into like your inner child, your ability to tap into, you know, what it feels like to be open emotionally and to just be on a higher frequency as far as that's concerned, not living so much in the 3D, right? But I feel like fear may have been a really big factor in why some of you guys were so serious. There was a fear of like whatever it may be. But we're gonna read the card, and it says, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself, stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. So for you guys in group number 2, I hope I didn't call you guys group number 1 because I keep feeling like I want to say it, but I'm holding it down for you guys group number 2. So if you guys have been walking with any stories in the past, I feel like this full moon allowed you to release like these negative stories, like, you know, my hard work doesn't pay off, the things that I want out of life, you know, won't come to me. I like some of you guys even were walking with stories like I have to balance sorry, not that I have to, that it's hard to balance work and play, so I have to only work. There's no time for play, because if I do try to play, then, you know, all of my hard work will fall through the cracks. Like certain things like that. I feel like some of you guys had limiting beliefs that created a lot of fear within you, and maybe even some anxiety with this 5 of Swords in reverse card. We got sirens outside, so I'm on the money with something. But I do feel like you guys are releasing that heaviness, that energy of being serious, of being fearful, of being, you know, stuck in that lower vibrational frequency, making me want to hit the sound bowl for you guys. And you're coming out of that, and what's happening is you're really getting to see, when you tap into this lighthearted energy, it almost feels like this belief that magic, anything is possible, this belief that, you know, you can be, do, and have it all, and now you're just allowing life to happen for you. Some of you guys are learning that, like, life needs to happen for me, and you're allowing it to. The sirens are getting louder. Come on, somebody. But once you let go of those stories that kept you from that energy, if you haven't done that yet and you're about to do it, you're going to start to see all of the things that come together for you. Like the pieces come together like a melting pot, like what we cooking in the kitchen, group number 2. That's what it's giving. So I really like this for you guys. Let's get into the last part of the reading and see what blessings are coming to you guys as a result of this full moon in Sagittarius. For group 2, a blessing to bring prosperity. What I said. What I said. Group number 2, I'm telling you, I can't make this up. You guys are in such good energy, such playful energy, such abundant energy. It's giving blessings on blessings on blessings. Like literally this full moon is helping you guys to step into a powerful time. Where I feel like, especially with rose quartz being the crystal that you guys chose, you may be filled with a lot of self-love, just really light energy. I just keep feeling like this light energy for you guys. A blessing to shield and safeguard you. So you guys got protection with this full moon also that's coming through. My nose always itches when I do readings, you guys. This is like never ending. Okay, then we have a blessing on your creativity. So some of you guys being in this playful energy also has you in creative energy. It has you in the energy of like being light and just letting things flow. And that could include ideas, creative inspirations, especially with this 3 of Wands being here. Wands is tied to that inspirational energy. So some of you guys, as you are getting these creative and intuitive like nudges or impulses, you are following them, you're planting the seeds, and now you're seeing them pay off, right? Some of you guys are going to start to see a lot of prosperity come to you through your creative endeavors as well. So if you are creative, right, and you do this like for work or for your business, you're going to see a shift in your business because of that. But for others of you, where your creativity is not related to like your money or like your job, you're just going to start to feel a lot more lighter as you embrace more creative avenues and more creative outlets, right? So group 2, this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for vibing. This was a beautiful reading. If this made sense for you, if you like this energy, if you vibe with it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the things. Group 2, if you're going over to group 1 or over to group 3, I'll see you there. But if you're stopping here, again, I appreciate you the most for watching and connecting with your girl. Until the next time we speak/meet, I love you guys. Peace out. All right, group number 3, the last but certainly not least, if you chose the blue quartz, let's get into your reading. So this is what changes are coming into your life, what's leaving your life, what are you releasing as a result of this full moon in Sagittarius. We got comparison. Ooh, card number 5, that's what's changing. Projections, card number 7. Oh, with rebirth, card number 10. Group 3, let me tell you guys something real quick, because listen, this full moon in Sagittarius is helping you guys to see your own worth and your own value. That's the first message that I'm getting, right? With comparison and projections, it's automatically giving, like, maybe you have been looking at what other people got going on. Maybe you're trying to pursue something and you're watching, how other people are doing it, and maybe the success that they're getting. Maybe you're looking at your work ethic compared to somebody else's, your looks compared to somebody else's looks, your relationships compared to somebody else's relationships. But it definitely was this vibe of like you being in this energy of, this is me, that's them, and there's something about me that's lacking. Some of you guys may have projected your own insecurities onto people, and this is the way that you carried yourself for a while, or this is the way that you lived your life. But with this rebirth card, that is what is changing for you guys, right? This full moon in Sagittarius, group number 3, is helping you guys to realign with your own value, to tame your ego, because your ego is the one that wants to compare itself. Your ego is a part of you, that small part of you that wants to say, well, they got all that success, how come I don't have it, right? Or they're making all this money, how come I'm not? They got that car, how come I don't have it? Like, whatever may have you, right? Whatever ways you've been comparing yourself, whether it's your material things. For some of you guys, it was spiritual comparisons, right? Like, where it's like, okay, they seem to be so far on their spiritual journey, or they have all the spiritual knowledge, how come I'm not as far as they are? How come I don't have that, right? Like, just this energy of not seeing the value in you, the value in where you are in life, the value of what you bring to the table at this moment, right? This is what's changing. Let's talk about it. Okay, so you guys got Neptune sacrifice with Venus love. We love that. Okay, so this to me, you guys, is like you're giving up the things, or this full moon in Sagittarius is helping you to give up the things, to sacrifice the things that have kept you from fully loving yourself, from fully embracing yourself and embracing who you are, right? Like, it couldn't get more simple than that. Green with green, giving up the comparisons, right? Venus love with this projection card, because even the blue hues of color in these two cards, they kind of remind me of each other. And so it definitely feels like some of you guys are now learning to project love towards other people and not like envy, right? Green like envy, not enviousness or like jealousy, or not hatred. It doesn't feel like hatred, but just, again, that low self-esteem, that low sense of self-worth, that low sense of value. This is what is changing, right? Even if you look, this Venus goddess is looking right down at this rebirth energy. She's like, we're going to get some love into the situation. We're going to get that rebirth going, and you're going to learn to love yourself. Some of you guys are learning, I'm hearing even like this full moon may come with like triggers or like some harsh lessons that you are learning, but it's also helping you to reshape your mindset and your perspective, group number 3. Oh my gosh. The nose itch is crazy. So we have tarot for you guys. Let's get into it. Funny, we got 2 10s here. We got sacrifice. Well, this is rebirth number 10 with sacrifice number 10. And it definitely feels like there were some things that you learned that you needed to give up in order to recreate who you are, or to like transform yourself, or to step into a new chapter for yourself, right? Okay. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, the 7 of Pentacles, the King of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. So what I'm seeing for you guys is that for a while, I feel like you were operating from this limited belief, or from this mindset that you just weren't enough. No matter what you do, no matter how much you give, you're not enough. I feel like also some of you guys, right, because it's twofold, you weren't really giving a lot of thought or paying a lot of attention into the things that have been rooted in you, right? With the 7 of Pentacles, the things that have taken root. I feel like over time, and I don't know what your history is like for all of you guys, it's going to be different because this is a general reading, but if you clicked on this group, there's a part of your life where seeds have been planted in you over time. that have told you that maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you won't, amount to anything. Maybe you won't have the success that you're looking for. Seeds of doubt, right? Seeds of disbelief. These are the things that were there, but unbeknownst to you, like you weren't aware of it, right? But just because you weren't aware doesn't mean it didn't affect your actions, right? The King of Swords, your mindset was skewed, and what you think, it definitely determines your emotions, and your emotions contribute to your actions. So it's a cascade effect, right? I do feel like you were taking action from this mentality that really didn't serve you before. What's changing is your mentality now. Now some of you guys are creating a more balanced foundation for yourself internally, it feels like. Some of you guys, this is within the home life, right? Like you're creating more foundations in your home where things felt good or things feel good, where things are feeling more aligned for you. Because whereas before you were like a glass half empty type of person, pessimistic, right? Full moon is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sign of optimism. It's the sign of being positive. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is like the planet of good luck and good fortune and how you grow and expand and learn. And some of you guys, you're learning that you don't want to be a glass half empty type of person. And now you are on, this journey to like adjusting and changing your mindset so that you can begin to pursue what it is that you really want and to create the life that you really want. But I do see that you guys are taking the time now to really get acquainted with some of the things that have been planted in you, because as those things begun to take root and begin to take shape, you began to realize like, this isn't serving me. Some of you guys were really unhappy with the state of your life. Some of you guys you just couldn't, as you compared yourself to other people, you just couldn't find it in yourself to like not necessarily be happy for them. So I don't get this vibe of like group number 3, you guys were being haters. It just felt like this pessimistic energy of yourself, like seeing somebody else succeed made you realize how much maybe you're not. Seeing somebody else in love made you realize maybe that you're too single or that your relationship is not that great. Seeing somebody else with a happy home situation made you look at your home situation in a little bit of like disappointment, right? Like that's what I'm getting. It just feels like everything was a reflection of how your glass is lacking, how your glass is half empty instead of half full. And this, I feel like, is what this full moon in Sagittarius is giving you, like this impulse, this kick in the ass almost, to like reshape and to redefine about yourself, right? Like the rebirth is happening because now you have a determination to do things differently. I feel like I want to say new moon in Sagittarius so bad. This full moon in Sagittarius, you guys, I definitely feel like if my nose would stop itching, it gave you a wake-up call to where you realize that something needs to give, something's got to change. And in order for you to make the changes, you got to sacrifice the things that have been rooted in you to begin with, whether it was by you observing, experiences and things and taking those in, or people telling you things throughout the course of your life, right? Like sometimes you have mean people or people around you that are not, you guys, I'm going to be rubbing my nose until that kingdom come. Like I just cannot right now. But maybe you had people around you, right? Like that just weren't the nicest, that have implanted things and you said things to you like, oh, like, there are people out there like, you're never going to be anything. You can't do that. You're not going to make it. That's not smart. Whatever this is, right? But I definitely feel like this is the time where now you're realizing that it's time to do a little sprinkle of love into your scenario, right? It's funny because you were looking at these cups here that are stacked and they're empty, but Spirit's coming through low key with that cup that's actually not even half full, it's completely full. And I definitely feel like this is what you guys are getting into, learning to see your cup as full, learning to see and appreciate and express gratitude for where it is that you are and what it is that you have and how how you exist in this plane of existence, right? So let's see what else we have for you guys. Group number 3. It's time to release negativity. Come on, somebody. Full moon in Scorpio. I'm telling you guys, it was really giving like glass half empty. It was giving pessimism. It's giving I'm not good enough. Those are the things that are being released with this full moon in Sagittarius. Your commitment is being tested. So some of you guys, you want certain things. You've wanted certain things. You feel like they're just things that you've been wanting to accomplish in your life. And your commitment, not only to your manifestations, but your commitment to yourself is being tested. And again, your commitment is being tested. It's giving me trigger vibes. Like some of you guys may have been triggered with this full moon in Sagittarius. And this was just to show you like, okay, how committed are you to feeling better? How committed are you to coming out of this energy? How determined are you to heal your mindset and to get some more positivity flowing in that direction? How committed are you to releasing negativity, right? And to becoming more positive overall and in general? Prosperity lies ahead. So some of you guys, you're running right in the direction of prosperity, right? And it's because now you're starting to see that you are valuable. You're starting to see your worth, right? Taurus, this is new moon of Taurus. Taurus is second house. It's your worth. It's your value. It's not just what you value as well, but it's your intrinsic value. And I feel like some of you guys, you're getting in alignment with that. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy, getting in alignment with your worth, with your value, with what it is that you bring to the table, knowing that you can't compare a bamboo tree to an oak tree. I hope I did that right. Yeah, bamboo to oak, right? Like, you guys are different for different reasons, and that is okay. Nobody's going to be able to do what you do the way you do it, group number 3, and that is okay. This is what I'm getting for you guys, and I feel like this is what's changing for you guys. So we have 2 more decks, you guys. I have one card from the Surrender deck, and then we're going to pull some blessings. But this Surrender card is going to really give you guys this idea of what you are really being asked to let go of, what's really being removed from your energy as a result of this full moon in Sagittarius. And you guys have surrender obsessive thinking. So it says, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So some of you guys were in this obsessive thinking energy because, you know, it was like, I'm not going to ever be good enough. I'm never going to have what I want. I see all these other people doing what I want to be doing. Whatever this is for you, right? These people have love, they have cars, they have money, they're traveling, they have good jobs, they have good family situations, they're stable, they're emotionally healthy, they're mentally healthy. Whatever the thing is that you decided you want, I feel like some of you guys were like, way deep in a spiral mentally about these things, and like maybe you felt yourself getting caught up. You felt yourself maybe even being tempted by, you know, some of these things. But I definitely feel like that's also part of the commitment being tested, right? How much faith do you have in being able to know that that 1, you are valuable, 2, you are worthy, and 3, that everything you want for yourself can and will be yours if you allow yourself to choose to believe it, right? Let me tell you guys something, group number 3. This is giving, and this is like a sidebar, but this is giving me vibes of like not knowing that your manifestations are directly tied to your sense of worth. The more worthy you feel, the more you can allow into your life, the more you can attract into your life. Some of you guys haven't been allowing or, you know, attracting a lot of good things or a lot of the things that you want because you haven't felt worthy of it. And that can lead to obsessive thinking again, because look, I don't have it. All these cups that are laid out in front of me are not what I want. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Am I ever going to have it? Am I ever going to be good enough? Why isn't this happening to me? It's a spiral. I feel like that's what you're releasing. This full moon in Sagittarius is big picture energy. It's helping you guys to get more acquainted with seeing things from God's perspective, let's say, right? Like that bird's eye perspective, that higher realm, higher consciousness, higher dimensional perspective. And how does God see you? God sees you as love. God sees you as perfect. God sees you as beautiful. God sees you as value, right? Venus is also the planet of value, what we value and how we show love to the things that we value. And, you know, also like your love language based on your values and stuff like that. So when you think about how God sees you, I feel like God's perspective of you is, I love you. You are perfect the way you are. You don't need to be an oak tree if you're a bamboo tree. You know what I'm saying? Be the bamboo. Love being the bamboo, because the bamboo is what it is for a reason. You are who you are for a reason. You are made the way you're made for a reason. You're interested in what you're interested in for a reason. You know, you have your own unique perspective, gifts and skills for a reason, your own talents, right? Like all of those things are purposeful, because nobody can be group number 3 the way you can be group number 3. And if I knew all of your names for the people who are watching, then we'd be having a different conversation. I'd be calling you out. Oh my God, I'd be calling you guys out one by one by your name. Nobody can be you the way you can be you. So let's get into it, you guys. We have the blessings and then we're going to close out. So the first blessing coming to you with the full moon in Sagittarius is a blessing on a journey. So some of you guys are definitely on a journey, on a quest to, you know, self-transformation, mindset transformation. You're on a journey to becoming more happier, to changing your mindset from a more pessimistic state with that glass half empty to a more, you know, appreciative and gratitude filled state where you see the glass as not only half full but completely full, right? A blessing from your ancestors, period. So you guys definitely have some spiritual energy coming through where your guides are connecting with you. They are walking with you. They're coming through with some divine clarity, insight, and wisdom for you guys. And again, remember I was saying, like, how does God see you? God sees you as perfect. Your guides could be, you know, relaying this message to you, like, you've always been enough. You will always be enough. You know, and you are enough in this very now moment. You don't have to do anything or be anything different than what you already are for you to be perfect in the eyes and the sights of Source, the universe, God, right? A blessing on a new venture. So some of you guys, again, like with this rebirth energy, and it's so funny because we have the bow and arrow, which is like the archer for Sagittarius, right? Some of you guys are definitely on a journey and on a new venture to rediscover yourself, to rediscover your value, rediscover your worth. And this is what the new energy, or let's say this is the changes, these are the changes that this energy from the full moon in Sagittarius is helping you to come into. And these are the things that you are releasing. That I'm telling you, that glass half empty vibe, that is a thing of the past. You are rebirthing yourself into somebody who is filled with love and appreciation and gratitude, somebody who knows how to tame the ego when the ego wants to tell you that you are not enough, or the ego wants to remind you that you are not doing enough. You're not where that person is. You don't have the clout. You don't have the views. You don't have the money. You don't have the relationship, or whatever it is that you feel you don't have or that you are lacking, right? The universe is reminding you that you lack nothing and you always have what it is that you need when you need it. Period. So group number 3, this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for vibing, sharing time, space, and energy with me. If you guys are heading over to group 2 or group 1, I will see you there. But if you're stopping here, I thank you so much for vibing, connecting. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the good things. I love you guys so much. And until the next time, we peace. Oh my God, I'm jumping the gun. Until the next time we speak and connect. Peace out.